Stacey wanted to say hi to you guys. She also said she hates hackers and thinks hackers are lame because every time we talk about it, she wants to run away. Chat, we have a very interesting first match to show you guys. And I'm going to let it play through. And then I want you guys to tell me which you think will be a more interesting title. Okay? So in this match, we have Bling, who you might recognize from the community. On the enemy team, we have Bosco from SSG and Godly. Oh, Bosco's dead. The one tap from Godly. So, as far as we're aware, this round has nothing interesting. As you can see, they're both dead. So, now we know how SSG won the World Championship. A little bit of spinbot action. We're still waiting for something, so I can tell you guys exactly what we're trying to show you. Godly's dead. Bosco with the headshots. Alright, so next round it should be absolutely blatant. Okay, so I assume on attack we're going to see the other part we want, but I'll basically explain this part to you guys. I know we've already gone through 2 rounds and we're on to the 3rd round now. I have a surprise for you guys. This isn't actually Bosco. And this isn't actually Godly.
I just love dicks.
I know. I'm surprised too. So, this is a new cheat that people can use where they can change their name, much like how streamers can change their name with streamer mode. Which I don't know if you guys have known about. I've been using it recently. Where we have a streamer mode where we can change our name to whatever we want. But it adds a bunch of numbers on the end, which is why you see Godly 177445, Bosco.SSG 32778. If I'm not mistaken, though, in the actual match, we'll get to that in a second. In the actual match, it doesn't show the numbers. It shows the actual just plain name of like just Godly, just Bosco.SSG, but in the hacker or in the match replay, it actually shows that they're using streamer mode. So these guys have been able to hack their way into the system somehow to use streamer mode, which makes no sense to me as a streamer because we had to have our accounts whitelisted. So I don't know how they're circumventing the process. Now the other thing you might have seen at the end there is that cheaters also have a new cheat where they can now punch open reinforcements and walls. Before they used to be able to shoot them, but now they can just straight up punch them, and I'll get a good example of that soon. Because I assume the Ash and the Thermite are just going to punch open some walls. Okay, the Godly guy sucks. In the match it shows streamer mode, and on tracker it shows the actual names. Wait, what? What do you mean? I remember you sent the screenshot in Discord. Oh, this guy just has hit scan. I remember you sent the screenshot in Discord and it was just their plain names with no numbers. God, the guy sucks, yeah. I don't know what cheats he has, but they're clearly not that good. Trying to shoot through the hard wall. He doesn't realize it's a hard wall. Oh. Stop spinning for a second to quickly pull out that goo mine. Okay, so we can't really show it because of how hard it'll be to see. But as you can see here, he punches open the wall and breaks it. As you can see there, they can just straight up open reinforcements with a punch. Just one more time. Yep. So these guys have the whole armada of hacks. The names you see in the game are the same ones on match replay. It's to look more legit because Tracker shows legit names in game. It looks like they're using stream mode. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh my god. Eek. Oh. What the fuck was that? How do I... Oh! There we got a nice example of the punches they can deliver, look. So now this guy has... Oh, he still died. He only killed Bling, I think. Or no, Bling killed him. And they get team killed. So, as you can see, they're not holding back on the cheats that they can use. It sucks, because so what happens here is that, so in game, it shows that they are with the numbers and stuff, according to Bling, how he has confirmed it. But if you pull up the overlay, like when I would normally pull up this overlay and see people in game, it'll show like their actual name. And then I'm pretty sure, Bling, maybe you can confirm, wasn't it like if you click on their profile, it actually shows like Godly's profile or Bosco's profile? That means in the near future, if you are in a match and you see VG-Rockwall on the enemy team cheating off of their tits, it's not me, it's someone impersonating me. Now, am I saying that ahead of time just so that you guys will not be suspicious when I actually start cheating to get more content? Possibly. But it's still something to keep an eye out for because these guys can now just impersonate anyone they want and you can't tell the difference. And the worst part is when we're trying to report them later, we still don't know what their actual names are. Because here we go, you can't click on anyone's name. You can't see who it is. If you go back to the match like history on R6 Tracker or whatever, it shows just Godly. It shows just Bosco.ssg. So now these guys are able to just completely impersonate anyone they want, and we will not know the difference unless you know for sure that it's not them. So this is something that Ubisoft is going to have to figure out before the next season, because they're coming out with streamer mode in the next season, and cheaters are going to use this as much as they can to get away with cheating. As far as I'm aware, the only way we'll be able to report them is if you find like the exact timestamp of the match, you have the match ID, and you submit it that way. But who knows if Ubisoft themselves can actually see who the account belongs to. And I really do hope Ubisoft does something about it. Will they? We don't know. But I'm just saying this ahead of time because I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure I saw someone say it happened to them. And I'm sure it'll happen even more. Is that because cheaters could do that, like they could change what their account name is, I'm pretty sure one person or one content creator already got banned for it. And then they got unbanned, obviously, because it wasn't really them. But the fact that even Ubisoft might have difficulty telling who it is means that there's going to be a lot of false bans. If anyone can remember... Oh, yeah, Tequil. Tequil was the person who said, yeah, that they already got banned. I saw that pop up on my Twitter timeline. I assumed... Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're a content creator, right? They got banned because of this. That's horrible. Bling, we'll see how well the video does. Tell you what, Bling. I'll make you a deal. If this video, when it comes out, crosses 150,000 views, we'll say in the first month, I will buy you Elden Ring as compensation for giving me that match. In this match, we have Q Game HQ, who's accusing Woolly Angle. The cheaters who don't hide that they're cheating are usually the fun ones. I mean, if you mean by fun that they just immediately win the match 4-0, sure. I'm like torn. Would I rather have someone be hacking blatantly so the match is over ASAP and I can just go into the next match? Or would I rather them hide it and I don't know about it? Because obviously seeing cheaters 24/7 makes me feel like game is just filled with cheaters, which it basically is, but obviously not as bad as we imagine it is. This guy about to run out and kill all of them? He missed that? They were stuck in an animation. He's for sure walling. We know that 100%. But look at how many shots he missed. He's like, I don't know if you guys can see that because it's like only a few pixels, but he's like very clearly not hitting anywhere near the person. It's like right in front of him. Wow. Okay. We'll watch round 2 just to make sure that we have another instance of them using walls, because we don't want to just assume that one particular instance, like maybe they called it out, maybe they're like, oh, there's 3 on repel. Obviously, we could see them staring at them, but like I said, just to be safe. It seems like it almost feels like they're going between controller and mouse and keyboard, because they keep going like very slow, rigid movements, and then they start like moving around really quickly. Like, what is he staring at there? I assume he's... No, okay, I don't know what he's doing there. He's not afraid of the smoke because he knows that there's 3 on the right side. Oh, there it is. There's the confirmation that we were looking for. This is a perfect example of someone who doesn't really know the map layout. Because you can see that they keep struggling to remember where to look or where to position themselves. He's so bad. He traded. How can one have such a terrible crosshair placement even with walls? Because they're not focusing on their crosshair. They're focusing on the other stuff. When they're walking around like this and they're aiming somewhere completely random, it's because on their, like, for them, they are looking for where the people are. So, like, the crosshair might be... I can't even explain it. Like, the crosshair might be right here, but their eyes are looking right here. So they're not really looking where it seems. We can tell this guy obviously, again, has walls because of the amount of times that he keeps just lining people up and waiting for them. I'm sure if we look up their stats, they're going to have horrible stats. Or not horrible stats. Horrible stats moved into great stats, that should be trying to say. That was so anticlimactic. Alright, I assume orange wins. I don't think blue could win this. Yeah, orange wins. We can see from just here, he used to be a silver 2 with a 1.3 KD. And now he is a plat 3 with a 1.8 KD. Actually, he finished in silver 5. Yeah, not banned yet. Definitely cheating. This one is Jimbo Jumbo, who's accusing Cyro ESP, which, based off the name, I'm going to guess they're already cheating. In case you don't know, ESP is a shorthand, I guess, for having psychic powers, which is also another thing that people call when someone's walling. Instead of calling it walls, they call it ESP. I don't really know why, but they just do. Amaru's in. Just went up through white window. It kind of looked like he had just reacted to that instead of... It looks a lot like he's trying to just conveniently line it up. Okay, very aggressive first round. I'm guessing yes, walling, but we'll see. I hate people who hold this window. It's so annoying. It's like, or like this, I guess, rooftop thing to that window. Because I can never hit them from in there. Okay, in his defense, he had been firing at that window for like a solid 30 seconds. And the guy peeked into where he was shooting. Could have been coincidence, although it looked like he took the shot as soon as the guy was about to appear. I wasn't? Okay. Want to confirm. Alright, he's with the swarm site. He's trying to get an angle. He knows that guy's there. Just didn't shoot. He stared at her and didn't shoot. He was already pre-aiming. Why is he not shooting? He like just forgot how to shoot. He has to be walling. Like, that was so obvious there. Like, oh, even right there. Did this guy forget how to shoot? He keeps staring at people. He just stared at both the Valkyrie and the Legion in that round and just didn't shoot either of them. This man does not know what he's doing. Oh, now he's running Pulse. 100% he's using Pulse as a way to try to, like, conceal his hacks. People will do this all the time. They'll run Valkyrie, they'll run Pulse. And they'll be like, oh, you think I'm cheating, but it's because I had my wall scanner out. Right now, he is looking directly at the two people that he is close to. Or in closest proximity to. He's looking at that person with his scanner out right here. Even though, actually, wait, oh, I forgot to move my webcam down. Chat, you are supposed to remind me of this stuff. So, anyways, he's looking right at this person. That is a good 25 meters, maybe 20. The range of the pulse gadget is 8 meters. It only shows up, I think, at 7 meters. 8 meters, you get the 10 points. Now he's looking over at this guy. Then he looks up. Actually, no, he's still following that guy. This is the only time it would actually connect. And that's when he finally takes his shot. But as you can see here, he's literally following this person across because he knows where they're going. And he lines up the headshot. So that's how we can 100% confirm that this guy has walls. That's all you need to know. And then, who's he looking at now? Oh, the one in sight. I don't know if you guys caught that. He's coming upstairs. There's a person right here in sight, and he's looking at them with his pulse scanner. And then he, I assume, swings around. Keeps looking at them through the wall. Now he's just trying to hold the angle on the door. Yeah. So this guy, cheating. Level 52. Has he already... He's already been banned. The man had how many matches in ranked? So I guess it just completely wiped his win-losses in ranked for some reason. Normally it keeps how many matches there were. I guess it's gone now. Ubisoft changed it, I guess. Here we have Luminary Solar, who's accusing Lucha ... And we have another overtime match. Keeping a tally of cheaters and some non-cheater accusations. Normally we do, but we usually have so few non-cheaters now that it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna pretend like that was just a lucky lineup on the guy through the wall. What was that reaction time? That was so slow. The guy crossed and he just reacted after the guy had fully crossed. He's ready for him. Would you be able to hear that? I assume so, right? And based on this, the Ying dropping, I assume that they knew that someone was flanking. So the turnaround isn't too suspicious. The other stuff was a little bit more suspicious. How can we submit replays, and do they have to be ranked or unranked? First off, if you want to submit replays, if you're on YouTube, you just click the link in the description below. If you're on Twitch, right now you are, you do the review command, R-E-V-I-E-W. And that'll pull up a link on how to submit it. You have to make a zip folder, so you grab the folder with your match in it. You make a text file as well that says what your name is and what the person's name is that was cheating. And then you include that all in a zip file and you upload it. That's all you have to do. But just so you know, and everyone else who's watching this right now, I am not accepting any more matches for this season, because next season I'm just going to release my placement video on the Wednesday, because I feel like that'll probably get more views than a hacker replay. More people will care about the new season placements rather than watching hacker replay from a previous season. That's also assuming that the new season comes out next week. I guess we still don't have full confirmation, but for the time being, I'm assuming that that's true. So if you want to submit another match for review, you'll have to wait for next season. Unless for some reason the new season does not come out next week. Or the week after. Guy has like absolute recoil control. Absolute perfect aim. The recoil is not shifting whatsoever. Except for on the bearing 9. His situational awareness is like nothing short of perfect. Knows exactly where to aim and where everyone's going to push and at what time. Realistically cheating. But we haven't found that it factor that's like, oh yeah, we know 100%. Just enough to be like, we're fairly positive and we have very little reason to not be positive that they are cheating. Oh my god. Chat, we just got confirmation he's cheating. He just threw a drone through a shield. Those cheats. I always have 0 recoil with the Type 89. Like, I know the gun doesn't have that much recoil, but if I'm not mistaken, this gun has not moved a millimeter while he's shooting it. Right? Like, this gun is a laser beam in his hands. Yeah, rank 2.0 is later in the year. We're not going to get that for a while. This Pulse didn't even notice that he got droned out. Again, 0 recoil. Just go through showed. Yeah, so that's not actually cheating, just so you know. I was just making a joke. That is a match replay bug where an explosion does not register in the match replay. So the shield looks like it's still there, but it's not. That's why if you can see Ash just walked right through it right there. He has a huge problem with killing the last person on the enemy team. He has not been able to kill a last person once. Every single time he gets killed. Again, really good recoil control, but that does not necessarily mean they're cheating. Very good situational awareness, again, does not mean that they're cheating. So we haven't found anything that makes it like, no, we know 100%. If I see them like completely track someone through a wall, then we'll know. If we see them have 0 recoil on every gun, it'll be a little bit more suspicious. We'll see. What is that ADS? That was a horrible ADS. Would I like to see console replays once the new season gets it, or once console gets in next season? I don't know if I'll be able to. We haven't had confirmation about whether it'll work. I would love for people to try, because I would love to be able to prove to people on console that, you know, they're actually just bad and that people aren't cheating against them. I think that would be amazing. But I don't know whether console replays will work on PC. Knows a lot. Also, he completely walked past that piano drone that was in plain sight, which makes me feel like he can't be that good if he just walked by the drone, but yet his aim and his situational awareness makes it seem like he's absolutely insane at this game. They're 7-2, by the way. It would be too hard to get a match replay zip from console to PC. Maybe. But I'm sure there will be some people who will be willing to go through all that. Like, I don't think he even saw the sledge there. Did he? One second. So he shoots as the sledge runs by, reloads. Oh. Actually, maybe he did. So he saw him when he walked by, but I guess he just knew the angle to shoot immediately as soon as they would be visible through the barricade. Okay, see, here's my hyper, I guess, cynical view because of how many people are probably cheating in this game. This is why, for me, this would strike as something very suspicious, but it probably isn't. It's probably me just being a bit too hyper-analytical. So here, they reload, okay? They swing by, they see sledge, we know that. And when they swing back, they shoot at the perfect time to get like this pixel angle between the barricade and that, and land some shots. Takes them down to about 30 HP, okay? They miss a couple shots, but they land, like, perfectly. And then here, after they move around for a bit, okay, they go back to the exact same angle, and not a single shot makes it between. They keep hitting the door frame or the box. So once the person's gone, suddenly they have trouble hitting that shot. But when the person was there, they hit it almost perfectly. So that's my, like, being overly cynical and being like, oh, he can only land the shots when he sees someone through the wall with wall hacks. But then he does something like that. So I'm like, I might just be being a little bit too cynical and assuming that they're cheating. But we do have to keep tabs on things like that because people can be really, really good at hiding cheats. Not saying that this person necessarily is, but they can be. I'm surprised that person heard the C4 rip. They immediately went down as soon as the C4 rip happened. Where did I get the avocado pillow next to Snorlax? It was in a store which I believe is no longer in business. It was a store that had like a going out of business sale in our local mall. And when it was going out of business, they marked that down like, I think it was 40%. So then Annie came home and was just like, hey, the avocado you want is on sale right now. I was like, we're fucking going. I think it was normally supposed to be like $250, and I got it for like $140 or something like that. So quite the steal. I believe you can just buy them online though. They are normally pretty expensive though. Highly recommend finding a store that's going out of business. Okay, they've done nothing this round. One sec. Right. They might have been able to see Monty if on their end the plant wasn't blocking it. On our end it looked like it was. Monty walks through, he'll take like 50 damage from the Capcan traps. I'm curious what the rank is of everyone in this lobby, because this is a ranked, by the way. But this Valkyrie, if they are a legit player, seems like significantly more skilled than the rest of their team or the enemy team. Like, it feels like if this person is legit, that they're playing at like a high plat or diamond level, where the rest of the lobby is all playing like silver at most. Okay, so here's one thing I found a little bit weird there. Actually, we'll see. Does IQ kill anyone? Actually, wait. I guess they saw IQ previously, right? Yeah, they knew IQ was in there from this camera. So, they see these two people. Camera gets shot out. So then, Valkyrie gets back on cameras, can't see them. One person dead here. Monty is still alive. Dokubi is dead. So, this is by all means possible, but I feel like it would be hard to remember this, is that he already knows that IQ is over there and is waiting for IQ to peek. Even though Bandit's not on cameras, the camera's gone. So, obviously, it's not that hard to remember. There's only like 4 people. 2 in one area, 2 in another area, but the only round that really made me pretty suspicious of them was round 2 of attack when they were Hibana. They killed Stairs, Astro, I think Astro Rotate, and then Statue Door, and then went back to Astro Rotate. Like, they pushed in, perfectly dodged everything until the last fight. And also killed 4 people. Just knew where everyone was, had 0 recoil, blah, blah, blah. So, seemed to be just significantly more skilled, if legit. Is a skill player having a better day? It might be. Like, we haven't actually found anything, like I said, that would be, oh my god, this is obvious cheats. Like, no argument about it. So far, it's just been like a lot of small instances that I would say, if I were playing against this person, I would probably accuse them of cheating just because how they just know everything. But that doesn't really mean that much. Just open bathroom wall for some reason. That's such a weird angle to open, but... No recoil bearing possible? What do you mean? Actually, when they had the bearing, they had a recoil. It was just on the Type 89, they had 0 recoil. Like, it looked like it didn't even shift a millimeter. Like, it was perfectly lasered on at one point. No way he saw IQ there, right? I barely even saw IQ, and we have the outlines on. Still holding the angle, even though IQ did sprint away. It's just always ready, god damn. The only way they could see that is if the smoke can see through the actual smoke canisters. There they can finally see. We'll say their aim sucks here. That's the first time their aim has been bad. I don't know. Teammates could have called it through comms, but he literally flicked over to the fuse and looked at him through the shield. Comms will never be that good. That's not how comms work. We'll just look them up. We'll see. Level 72. Plat 2 with a 1.67 KD. In casual has a 1.65 KD. Diamond MMR casual, which isn't that impressive or anything. Seems very weird. Could just be a Smurf account. 90 abandons in casual. That's like unranked as well. But I guess we'll quickly look. Wait, what? Okay, we'll let everything reset. So Sledge is in the hallway. Okay. This music's really making me think. He lined up the Sledge through the wall, peeked, shot but missed. Now, that is the first time we've had an instance like that where he lined someone up perfectly through the wall. But it's not the first instance of suspicious, like, knowledge. Could he actually see the fuse there? Actually didn't notice. So, looks over here, sees no one. You could see like the shoulder of the fuse. Fuse happened to walk into the shot. Did he just do it again? Or he looks at the Sledge through the wall? And like, okay. Look. There's no camera that could be watching that. But here, his aim locks onto him. And then he moves it away after. And it's not even just like a, you know, drift over and stop. Like, look at how fast this stops on the dime on him. So, moving around, and then just aims right at him and locks on, and then moves away after. Now, as we always say, this is match replay. With the outlines, it makes things look way more suspicious than it actually is sometimes. But that seemed a little ridiculous. That time didn't lock on. Yeah, the music's coming and going. And so, okay. Here we're about to have a two-pronged thing. So here, Bandit peeks. This is the first time that he has peeked and he held right here instead of looking over there. Every single previous time he looked right over there and pre-fired or would just like pre-aim it. Here he looked specifically for the door. Granted, there's only 15 seconds left, so it's probably a safe bet that they're gonna at least be pushed in. But I just want to say that is a little suspicious. And throwing this out here, not a single person on their team is on cameras. And he pre-fires the, or not pre-fires, but pre-aims the Nook and is ready for her as soon as she's about to run through the door. My theory right now is soft walls and trying very hard to hide it. Because he's constantly moving, aiming towards wherever they're going to push and is ready for them and fires relatively quickly. Not always having the best reaction time, but just the overall game sense seems a little bit too high. Especially for a team that we can tell is not making calls. Because no one goes on cameras, no one goes on drones, and yet this guy just always is looking wherever he needs to go. They could be in a stack. Although, I would feel like in an instance like that, because someone chats saying maybe Capcan heard it. Why wouldn't you then just have Capcan hold the door? Capcan instead was holding Memorial Door. But then something like that happens, like dying to someone sitting in a very dumb spot. Like, maybe they don't have walls? Now keep in mind that I'm not saying that they are doing this, but this has been done in the past, where people, when they're winning, will turn off their walls, but as soon as they start either being tied or losing, then they turn it back on so that they can actually... What? The door must be open, right? Oh, it is, okay. People will, like, turn on their walls as soon as they start losing so that they don't, you know, keep losing. So it could be an instance of like, oh, we did well. I'm gonna turn off my walls. Oh, I died. Time to turn them back on. But I would say I'm honestly really torn between Smurf or soft walls. We'll have to look up at least like 3 people on the enemy team after this to see what levels or ranks they are. We'll look up like the top 3, like Luminary, AV8S, and Steven Sniper. Because I feel like it must just be like, if it is a Smurf, it must be a high level or high ranked player playing against like silvers and golds. Because he does play very suspiciously, but then there's other rounds where it's like, nothing you could really say about that. How do you not die to the sledge? Like that, like, I don't know. I keep getting torn between the two. Some things are too suspicious, some things aren't suspicious at all. Luminary, Solar. Gold 1. Steven _ Sniper. Bronze. Okay. So we're starting to get an idea of the type of people they're playing against. Unranked. That one I'll leave as a question mark. There were so many things I'm like, I think this is too suspicious, but then other things where it's like, they can't possibly be cheating if they're dying to that. Don't know how a Platinum is playing against like Copper players or Bronze players in Ranked, but apparently they were. Maybe they've been banned. We weren't looking, well, I mean, they weren't, actually no, it would have said in the top right that they were banned, but that was also someone on the enemy team who wasn't doing that well, so. So we have Dr. Rosh, who's accusing Meat on Marley. This is a very fast one, because they submitted the wrong match. We have Xander TGC, who is accusing Rizzo Wolf. I don't know if you guys noticed that. They were aiming up high, and then they slowly started bringing their aim down to be head level with the, is that 0 or Yang on the rappel? Don't know why they were adjusting their aim, but they were. He just looked at the Amaru through the wall and kind of looked back at the other two. That grenade team kill kind of sets the tone of who he's playing against. I would say adjusting the aim on that rappel was really suspicious, because there's no reason for them to adjust their aim without knowing where the person is. But they did die to the Capital. Granted, it could have been that they were too aggressive and pushed up before they knew exactly where the person was. This is very important. We have Amaru again running through. Yes. Okay. Want to make sure. Kaid is walking through. Still, he's trying to hunt this Amaru, who he keeps hearing shoot. So based off the gunshots, it wouldn't be too hard to locate. The bun sauce guy is on a tear. It's the second round that already have 7 kills. Didn't see the person on the stairs. Okay. So far, the only suspicious thing has just been the rappel. Because that is very weird to adjust your aim perfectly for the person rappelling. Okay. Nice frost mat. The bun sauce guy was on an 8-kill burner and just finally died. Never seen a hacker replay live only on YouTube. Glad to say I made it to stream today. Well, just in time because this is the last one of the day. Because now we're going to go play with Rob right after. So far, every single one has had a hacker except for one where we're like, I don't know. Okay, so here's another instance of the same thing. They're holding an angle, right? They aim low, and they move it up to be head level. But then they bring it back down a little bit, and then they readjust after they see them peak. Again, seems very weird to not just hold an angle and kill them. Instead, they just keep adjusting for the head level. I don't know. The one jumped into a frost mat. Okay. I guess, well, you know where the submat, or the frost mat is, so you can just shoot through the mattress. Not too hard. That was a very, very, very fast reaction, but okay, Jesus. Could have also been just a match replay bug? I don't know. Because it looked like they both fired each other super quickly. Orange finally won a round. This guy's about to jump out this window on Twitch. He has no idea. Or repels away for some reason. It seemed like they repelled away with no malicious intent, because if they had expected Band to jump out, I imagine they would have held that angle. But it also seems weird that the Band didn't just jump out right away. I don't know. Have you ever showed a match replay from one of your games to show how a lot of stuff looks like cheating? No, because I don't want to waste time doing that. What? How is this a shot on Bandit? Either the match replay is really buggy, or they have some type of like recoil assist. Because in no way should that have been a shot on Bandit. And it looked like it was multiple. I didn't see how much health Bandit had, but it looked like it was multiple to down him. Can't even open a barricade with gunshots, but can down Bandit like it's like nothing. Slow walking through here is weird, but I guess doesn't want to make that much noise. Okay, so like let me walk through the logic here. Logic is slow peek this, see the Malusi, wait for them to stop, and then swing on the Wamai and get both of them, and then be left in a 2v1. That seems really weird, but maybe I was like, oh, there should be someone else in here. In Twitch's defense, if they're waiting for a run out here, in the previous round someone did, or the bun sauce guy did run out. But why is he waiting for that window? He didn't run out that window last time, he ran out this window. Let me see if they saw anything during the drone phase. When you have this round and one more round to go through, and then we can go play with Rob. I don't believe there was any reason for him to be watching that window, but he was watching it before the person was even there. So it's just weird. It feels like a low-level strat that just happened to work out. Right? That doesn't seem like it should have worked, but it just did. He's finally getting to gunfights. Doesn't really know how to throw smokes. Instances like this make me wonder how they have 11 kills. Their aim seems to be garbage. Like they keep just hitting reinforcements over and over and over again. Hopefully, this means that we don't have another cheater. We're gonna look at the very last round, look up their stats, and then we'll see if there's nothing suspicious, they're not a cheater. Kind of looked like he looked at that guy through the wall, but it might have just been through the drone hole. Unless he runs by. Here's the sledgehammer. That's one mine on the right. Very convenient for him. I don't think that was anything suspicious, since they kind of just walked into the same spot. We know that they win here. Pre-fire. That's the first time we've seen them pre-fire spots. Actually, that's not true. Let's say pre-fire spots where they didn't even like drone it out and they were just randomly pre-firing. Okay. So I'm going to go on a limb here and say probably low ranked lobby with maybe a high ranked smurf, but he doesn't even seem that good. Rizzo Wolf. Fuck, what was it? Rizzo Wolf. What? That is anything. Oh, fuck. Wrong name. Could just be a small bug. No, even the Ubisoft official thing doesn't have it. Interesting. The account exists. We know it exists because it pops up as an auto-filled option. But the person just cannot be found on either of the platforms. We'll look at the Rizzo Wolf gang. Maybe they changed their name? No? What? That's so weird. Because, like, if Ubisoft official website can't find it. That's weird. Okay. I don't know. I would guess Smurf. Smurf in a low rank lobby and just shitting on people. But yeah, the main takeaway from today is the name spoofing that they can do. That is very concerning because earlier today it was Bosco and Godly as potential cheaters, even though we obviously know they're not cheaters. So hopefully, if you see me cheating, either just assume I'm having a burner of a match, or it's someone pretending to be me. But I seriously doubt anyone would pretend to be me, because why would they want to be me? But chat, that's going to conclude our hacker replay for the day. Like I said, there will probably be none next week, because I assume we'll hear at some point this week when they're going to announce the new season. If the new season is not on March 8th, then we will do one more hacker replay. If it is on March 8th, then we will not do a hacker replay next week, and then we'll do it the week after with the new season. Okay? That's the plan.